around the world and has become the highest-grossing film of all time in the UK. The same year, Colin was seen in Then She Found Me. Hey, there must be some fans of Then She Found Me out there.
Yeah.
Right. Written and directed by Helen Hunt. He also starred in the Sony Pictures Classics films When Did You Last See Your Father and Easy Virtue, based on the Noel Coward play. His other films include, and if you hear one that you especially like, let's hear it. They include Bridget Jones, the Girl with a Pearl Earring, Love Actually, The Importance of Being Earnest, Shakespeare in Love, The English Patient, Where the Truth Lies, Nanny McPhee, What a Girl Wants, 1,000 Acres, Apartment Zero, My Life So Far, Nick Hornby's Fever Pitch, Circle of Friends, Playmaker and Valmont.
Playmaker, yeah!
On the small screen, Colin is famous, or actually infamous, for his breakout role in 1995 when he played, and some of you know what it is, Mr. Darcy. BBC adaptation of Pride and Prejudice. And for that, he received a BAFTA nomination for Best Actor and the National Television Award for the Most Popular Actor. Colin's latest television appearance was in 2006 in the critically acclaimed BBC television movie Born Equal. In 2004, he hosted NBC's legendary series Saturday Night Live. He was nominated for an Emmy Award in 2001 for Outstanding Supporting Actor in the critically acclaimed film Conspiracy, and also received the Royal Television Society Best Actor Award and a BAFTA nomination for his performance in Tumbledown. His other television credits include
Another country.
Windmills on the Clyde, Making of Donovan Quick, The Widowing of Mr. Holroyd, Deep Blue Sea, Hostages, and the miniseries Nostromo. His London stage debut was in the West End production of Another Country, playing Bennett. He was then chosen to play the character Judd in the 1984 film adaptation opposite Rupert Everett. Colin is an active supporter of Oxfam International. All right, that deserves applause, which is an organization dedicated to fighting poverty and related injustice around the world. In 2008, he was named Philanthropist of the Year by The Hollywood Reporter. And in 2006, he was voted European Campaigner of the Year by the EU. And so, without further ado, let's bring to the stage our honoree today, Colin Firth. Now, Colin, if you'll just stand right up here, you get to wave to the crowd and the press, because we have a few other speakers first. Our first speaker today has starred in several plays as a youngster and graduated to television when he was cast in the Australian soap opera Neighbours. He also found roles in other television series such as Home and Away and Snowy River, the McGregor Saga. His major breakthrough into film came with his role as a drag queen in Priscilla, Queen of the Desert in 1994. Since then, he has appeared in many American productions, including LA Confidential, Rules of Engagement, The Count of Monte Cristo, The Time Machine, and notably in Christopher Nolan's Memento. You've also seen him alongside Colin in The King's Speech. Please welcome actor Guy Pearce.
Good morning, everybody. It's a pleasure to be honouring such a talented member of the thespian community here today. I've only had the chance of working with Colin just the once, but I have to say, if it only ends up being the once, I think playing royal brothers in The King's Speech is not a bad way to do it. Now, that out of the way, there's a couple of things I need to say about Colin that I think you should know. It's good that we're having this event, this ceremony at this time of the morning, because it at least ensures that Colin will be sober. I can guarantee you that if this was in the evening or even in the afternoon, Colin would be prostrate on Hollywood Boulevard, laying horizontal rather than standing where he is now. That's right, he would be in there, exactly. The other thing I need to say is that even though Colin played my younger brother in The King's Speech, we are in fact exactly the same age. We are both 32 years old, and that, in case anybody needs to know. Now, it's always intimidating when you finally get to work with people you've admired for years, that you've looked up to, that you've learned from, and God forbid, plagiarised. So before Colin and I even got into a rehearsal room together, I thought it was important to sort of level the playing field. And so watching Mamma Mia 4 or 5 times, I think was the trick for me. Because I have to say, working with Colin was one of the most delightful experiences I've ever had. He really is a true gentleman. He's one of the most sensitive, smart, open and honest people that I've worked with. He's a very talented actor, as we all know. He possesses that rare gift of being able to sort of tread the line between disciplined technician and highly intuitive performer. And I think we would all agree, after the performance that Colin delivered last year, or the year before, in A Single Man, exactly, there is nothing more startling than seeing his incredible work in The King's Speech. And for me personally, to be in the room with Colin, watching him do his stuff in front of me, will be a memory that I'll cherish forever. So Colin, my friend, you are a star, even if you won't admit it.
Yeah.
And nobody deserves this more than you.
Woo! Yeah.
Oh. Gotta wait. Just a few more minutes.
I'm in no hurry.
All right.
No hurry.
All right, let me introduce and acknowledge a few people. We have with us the chairman of the board of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, Sam Smith, in the white hat. And we have the chair of the Walk of Fame Selection Committee, Mr. John Pavlik. We also have with us actress Claire Bloom. And we have director Tom Hooper.
Yep. Woo!
Now, Hollywood is very blessed to have 2 outstanding council members on the Los Angeles City Council. You know, this walk is actually the property of the city, so we're delighted to represent them here. And we're happy to have with us today Tom LaBonche, who represents the 4th District, and our other councilman is the council president, Eric Garcetti, and he is represented today by Angela Mata. Please welcome them to the stage.
Yeah. Yay.
Hey, let's hear it for Colin right now. What's so special, I join with Councilman Eric Garcetti and his great deputy Angela, is we have great friends with the Brits. And this year, as we've developed the Brit Week, which you may be aware, that there's more British living in Southern California than almost any other place in the world. And their contribution to the entertainment world is great. And I expect in March you'll be on the other side of Highland with your colleagues on that big day when the Academy comes to town. But as LeRon Goulden mentioned, this is a special part of Los Angeles, the streets of Los Angeles. Now I checked, it was 54 degrees in London this morning, so you're getting a little like LA, but there's no place like LA, there's no place like Hollywood, there's no place like the Walk of Fame. And now in this year, we celebrate this contribution that you made and all the great work as an artist. And we wanted to present this commendation to you. And additionally, I want to present you underneath the Hollywood sign as this great Monastery of Angels where the nuns make this great bread, and I want you to have that.
Yeah.
But on behalf of the mayor, Antonio Villaraigosa, on behalf of Eric Garcetti, our great president of the City Council, we want to salute you for all your work and thank you for being here today to celebrate with us here at Hollywood College. Thank you so much.
Woo!
Angela, I want Angela to close it out right now.
You haven't been welcomed to Hollywood unless you've been welcomed by Tom LaBonche. On behalf of Council President, on behalf of Council President Eric Garcetti and all of your fans, congratulations. Moviegoers for generations will be enjoying your films and visiting this star.
God bless the Brits.
All right. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for, Now is the time for the king to give his speech.
That's pretty good.
There's always that moment when one feels all too much like that particular king as you step up to the microphone. Thank you so much. Well, firstly, Guy, Pearce, it really is, on top of everything else, a great honor to be introduced by my royal naughty older brother. And this is basically a debt that I've owed to Guy since before today. He is the Australian who taught me about being English and everything I currently know about kinging. Guy is really a brilliant actor and a great friend, and you never forget the guy who gives you a star. So I think this is probably a favour waiting to be returned. And as I think he was suggesting, if he really is my older brother, I do want the name of his surgeon. I couldn't be happier with my spot, I have to say. I mean, here in this little corner of Hollywood that will be forever England, alongside my partner in paving, Emma Thompson, and here outside the Pig and Whistle. When I come here to stare at my star, this is where I'll pop in for a quick pint to quench my thirst after a long day's stare. And I have a feeling I'm going to be here when I'm about 93 under a pile of blankets.
Oh, no.
Asking for spare change and trying to convince anyone who'll listen that I'm the guy whose name is on the sidewalk. Failing to recognize that the old lady next to me is, in fact, Emma Thompson. My warmest thanks to Laurent and everyone at the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, not only for making this happen, but finessing it so beautifully. It's quite amazing to think, and I probably trod on that paving stone when I came here as a child in 1972, looking for Debbie Reynolds. And at that time it seemed beyond the bounds of possibility that I would even enter this profession, let alone be in this neighborhood of the firmament. So basically, I want to thank, finally, everybody who has accompanied me on that, this extraordinary journey, really. The commitment and friendship of Jessica Kolstad, Chris Andrews, Pauline Maris, Tom Hooper, Tom Ford, and Harvey Weinstein, and probably more than anybody I could ever imagine, Livia, who has walked every step of this with me joyfully and truthfully. And when I look down there at that star, I think it's her name I see. So I thank you so much.
Well, it's time to unveil the star, but let me say first that in memory of our late honorary mayor, Johnny Grant, who passed away 3 years ago last year, or last week, 3 years ago last week, we hereby declare this Colin Firth Day in Hollywood.